outgrowing it. You gotta just be the best you can be, not anybody else. It's only you at the end of the day.
What is up, everybody? Hey, hey, hey. For those of you guys that do not know who I am, hi, my name is Naja, aka the Voodoo Child, and this is a Tribe Tea segment, basically where you guys send in your stories. If you need advice, you just want to have a little key, and I read it. And we do that. and this is a live segment, like I said, so I'm going to put my chat on the screen. What is up, guys? Happy Wednesday. I don't know if you guys know this, but it is my channel's anniversary. Hold on, I want to double check because YouTube gave me the alert, but I don't know exactly. Hold on, let me see. Yep, I'm a little bit off, but I created this channel on April 27th. That is crazy, of 2012. Girl, I was a little tot in high school. That's crazy. But yeah, shout out to all of you guys that have been subscribed to me since I have been in high school. I have not been active on this channel that long, but I have owned this channel for that long. So, and I'm looking at us on the screen and we're not skipping this week. So that's good. My fiance came and saved the day. He saw how bad I was skipping last week. He was like, we cannot have that this week. Okay. So, gonna be doing tons of these, and you guys are gonna feel me every time, okay? But yeah, happy channelversary, guys. Cheers. Make sure you guys have your water. Let me know in the comments if you remember making my little bando video in my high school what's it called? My high school bedroom. But yeah. Oh my goodness, it's been so long. That's so crazy. But today we are going to be doing a tribe tea, okay? And it's all going to be about relationships, all right? Relationship mess, relationship drama, okay? And we have about 4 stories today. They're a little bit lengthy, so that's why I'm only doing 4. Here, let me get the chat off the screen. So the stories we're going to be reading today is I took his V card and he caught feelings. What'd you expect was going to happen, girl? The second one is unexpectedly cut off, aka ghosted. The third one is I am looking to vent for a little advice, okay? And the last one is Tribe T, safe hookups are important. They really are, guys. Please protect yourself out there in the world. There are crazy people out there, and you do not want to be attached to them for the rest of your life, whether that's with a child or with a disease. Like, look. But yeah, those are gonna be the stories today. Shout out to everyone in the chat. I see you guys. Shout out to the mods. What's up, Nayala? And shout out to anybody if this is your first time in here, okay? I'm gonna get started though, because I was struggling to get this live up. I did a test stream, so I'm a little bit late. Usually I'm you know. But yeah, let's get into the first one. The first one about the V card, okay? Because I kind of feel bad for bro. Like, what do you expect for him? Like, what? But this was sent to me by somebody who is actually a long time supporter of mine. So if you're watching, thank you so much for all of the support over the years. And I am excited to read your story. So let's get into it. I took his V card and he caught feelings. Shocker. Hey girl, hey, sorry for the length in advance. I condensed it as much as I could, but also tried to answer any questions you might have ahead of time since I'm usually not in the live. Well, shout out to you in future tense. Anyway, I think I'll stay anonymous for this one, so you can just call me Hell, because that is what I bring these men. Girl, I feel so bad because, like, on one end, it's like if you're a teenager or something and you lose your V card or whatever, you're just like, you know, part of life. You know, you grow up and you meet more people and you make new experiences. This is a grown man, child. Shout out to Sienna. Thank you so much for the donation, Sienna. You guys do not have to donate, but I always appreciate it when you do. They said, happy Channelversary. You have grown so much. I still remember the days of you doing the tribe teas with Daniel cackling in the back at our beds. No, I do remember that too. Oh my gosh. He used to be sitting right over here. Mm. Even way before that, when I was in like my first ever spot, which is me and him, like that we have did together, like he was in the background cackling at the tribe teas. There was even a point where we did a tribe tea where he like gave the male perspective, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. So I met this guy that we're gonna call Stuart. You could have named him something better than Stuart. Like, shout out to all the stews out there. Stuart was my depressed. Oh, wait, no. This was my depressed homeless girl semester. Oh, wow. After getting my heart brutally broken for the last damn time. It was fall semester of junior year of college, and my mom was making me retake the classes I got a C in, or else she wouldn't pay for my schooling anymore. I would have been like, hey, mother, as long as I get the piece of paper, like, I'm gonna get the, like, why do I have to have, see, now she just being extra. Let me know in the chat, how do y'all feel about that? Like, I would feel some type of way, like, I'm passing. Shout out to Girl Groups Deserve More for the donation. Thank you so much. They said, hey, Naj, good to see you. Hope you're doing better. Thank you so much. One step at a time. But you know, Gemini season's coming up, so I'm trying to be positive and stuff. But thank you so much. I appreciate you. But yeah, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like that's just an extra pressure to add on your kid, to be like, you're passing, but you're not getting the grades I would want. And then at that point, your parent is just voluntarily paying thousands of dollars again. Just, it makes no sense. It's like way more money wasted. That's why it's like a power. I don't know. And this has nothing to do with the story. I'm just like, damn, really? So it was a fall semester of junior year of college. The mom was making her take the classes over, and I met Stuart in one of my labs. Yeah, someone in the chat said she could get a she could be trying to go to med school. But last time I checked, you could still get a C. Like, nah, I don't know. He and I were in a lab group and found out we had the same lecture class. Not everyone who has the same lab has the same lecture. So because I was depressed, I was missing class and had to go to Stuart for the notes since an exam was coming up. He told me to just stop by his place and I could copy them and we could study together. I didn't think much of it because I had been going over to another guy's place to study as well. And yeah, so she's like, I do this. I go over to guy's place just to study and nothing has happened. I feel like she added that on there because well, if you're not aware, ladies, like, please don't be going to no man's house by yourself. Like, if you want to study, we can go and meet at the library or the study hall. Like, I don't need to go to your apartment, your dorm room to study, okay? So, yeah, just let y'all know, you don't got to do all that, okay? So, that's what I'm saying, Caitlin, talking about, damn, ain't no library in there? Y'all got to go to his house? So, I went to his place, and while I'm studying, I could tell he is really feeling me. He had kissed me before I left, and I was... What? I thought y'all were just studying. Why is he kissing you? Girl, cut the fucking music. Cut the music. Oh, the music ain't even on. Start the music. Girl, this man just kissed you. What do you mean? That is so bold. Like, y'all are so funny in the chat talk about there ain't no Starbucks. Like, what the hell? No, but seriously, Sienna, for those of y'all that watch Power, do not be a Diana. That is some Diana energy. Why are you hooking up with the dude you're supposed to be studying with? Like, no. Look, that's like boundary cross number 1. Like, why are you kissing on people? So I was kind of weirded out, but it was I was at such a hot mess of a point in my life that I just kind of let it happen. So we start making out. And he just slips out that this will be the first time he's ever done anything. So I just get up and leave. Honestly, I think I would have done the same. I would have been like, it's too much pressure. I don't really feel like I didn't sign up for that. I would be like, it's too much pressure. And then we're grown. So like the trauma that these grown men be having on social media about a girl that broke their heart because they were a hunching at 13 and, you know, some childish stuff happened while they were making adult decisions type stuff. And they hold that mistakes or childish foolishness of that 13-year-old girl for the rest of their life. They 33 still saying, where we at? Can I curse yet? Okay. Still saying bitches ain't shit. Cause they was being fast and you know, you get what I'm saying? I couldn't imagine a grown man and then you're the standard. Like, bruh, I'm good on that. I am so good on that. Like, I wouldn't, the title of this, He Caught Feelings, like, I would not expect anything different. Like, this is crazy. Why would you do this? You should have just, what happened to you left? Like, child, let me finish. Let me finish. Oh my gosh. So I got back to my friend's place after I left. Stuart texted me and said he was attracted to me. Well, no duh. We just kissed, Stuart. I always wondered what it was like to be someone's first since both of the people that I had slept with for the first time had already experienced theirs. I'm pan, so technically I had 2 first times. That's really interesting because, you know, I'm bi or whatever, and like, I don't know. I try not to put too much thought into that first time crap, if that makes sense. I really try not to, because it's like, especially, you know, I'm not trying to get too into it, but like when you've been a victim of certain things that were not consensual, the whole first time thing, it's like, girl. And then like really when you get older, it really is like riding a bike. I remember being younger and like adults telling me like, sex is not all that. Like, and I used to be like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? But now I'm finally there to where it is like low key riding a bike. It's just like, bro, yes, it's enjoyable, but like, should you throw your whole life away about that shit? No. Like, what the fuck? Like, what? But yeah, there's really nothing to wonder. Like, I don't know. Let me know how y'all feel about the whole first time thing. I feel like regardless, it's rooted in like patriarchy, like misogyny type shit. Cause like, let's keep it a buck. The whole reason why the first time is a thing is because there's usually like a pain or something when it comes to men. So like, I don't know. I don't really care for the whole thing. But let me know what y'all think. So I told him that I would hook up with him, but I absolutely did not under any circumstances want anything romantic because I was not in the right mental state. And he said that was perfectly fine and the deal was made. Ladies, don't ever fall for this. Okay. And I know somebody out there is like, oh, well, he's an incel. This is how we cure incels. You just give him some biscuit. And it's like, yeah, but let's keep it real. If all he wanted was a biscuit to try out, he is a grown ass man. He can go and get like hire a sex worker. Like, people do that. People with disabilities they're not technically they're sex workers, but like people with disabilities hire people to come and like, you know, like there are ways if you're just curious and it's really not that big of a deal. He's holding out for a reason. I would have known off rip, this is going to be romantic because he held off for something. Are you religious? Like, what's going on, bro? It's 2023. You can get a girl on OnlyFans. Like, I don't know, man. So I went to his place the next day, and immediately when I came into the house, just started hooking up, but with condoms. I would hope so. So Oh, So she said that they just did. I'm a paraphrase. Keep it PG-13, okay? And shout out to everybody that just got in here. Shout out to the mods. Shout out to everybody. I see y'all coming up in here. What's up? But I'm gonna just paraphrase for what she. Let's just say that they was doing this for a long time. Let's just say that. Then she went back the next day, and they did it again. He tried to cuddle with me, but I just got dressed and told him that I would see him later. Girl. So I woke up the next morning and my cycle had came. Stuart asked me to come over, and here's where I messed up. I said okay because nothing would happen because I'm on my cycle. Girl, you should have never did that because he's not going to care. Imagine if you've never had water before. Imagine if you never had water and then they put the sign up, the advisory sign, the water's contaminated, don't drink the water. This man is like, oh, so the only thing that'll happen, I'll just poop and throw it. I'm gonna drink the water. Like, don't go over there. Why do you keep going back over there? Why do you keep going back over there, friend? So he said that was fine. I came over and sat in his beanbag chair across from his bed, and I was playing 8-ball with this random guy from Tinder. Girl, why did you go over to his... I'm about to pause this. I know you kept saying you was in a dark part in your life. I get that. But I'm just like, oh, that's right. You're right. You said you were homeless. You don't have no place to... Because I'm like, why do you gotta be at this man's house? Am I tripping? Did she not say that in the beginning? Because I'm like, yo. Let me see. Yeah, this was my depressed homeless girl semester. Yeah, because I'm like, girl, why are you just over there all the time? You over there talking to other men. Like, what? Oh, my gosh. You over here playing 8-ball with other men on Tinder. I was also just scrolling on Twitter and talking to Stuart at the same time. When it would be a quiet moment, I would get on my phone and go on Twitter. Of course, I would see funny things and laugh. Stuart kept asking what I was laughing at, and I told him tweets and these jokes that my friend was making. Disclaimer, no, me and the guy that I was joking with on Twitter were not intimate. He lives about like an hour away, and we just play iMessage together. Oh, so maybe you meant to say Twitter and it auto-corrected to Tinder. Girl, you better get off of freaking Tinder to the point where your phone auto-corrected it. You are on demon time, girl. You are on demon time for real. So, then at some point, he said, can you just get on the bed so I could see what you're laughing about on your phone? And that rubbed me so wrong that I texted my homegirl who I was staying with at the time, and told her to call me and start screaming at me like an excuse so that she could come home. And she did, like a real one. And I told him that she was having second thoughts about the big chop I had done on her and blah, blah, blah. So as soon as I left, I got to my friend's place. Stuart texted me and told me he had feelings for me and that he wanted me to stop talking to other guys. He asked if my feelings and intentions had changed, and I told him not at all. I said that he knew what this was before we first started and that I laid it out for him to prevent this exact thing. You can never prevent this situation from happening. I hope y'all realize it. If anything, by telling somebody what you want, it makes this conversation a little bit less, it makes you look like less of an asshole, because it's like, hey, like, I told you my boundary. Why are you trying to mess with that? But pick your battles. Again, I wouldn't be smashing no college-aged virgin man. I would not. Let somebody else do it. Give it to somebody else. Let somebody else do it. He said that was fine and he wants to continue seeing me. Girl, I basically told him I don't feel comfortable seeing him anymore because I wasn't going to do him like men have done me in the past. Just basically know that you got feelings and then just like dog him out type of thing. Yeah. I told him that he probably wants to continue, banking on the possibility of me changing my mind if we get closer, but that we would both just be wasting our time. He said, okay, and that was that. Afterwards, he would always stare me down. Not stare you down, with puppy dog eyes in class, and I have to pretend I don't see it. Thankfully, this all took place in November, so the end of class was right around the corner, and after that semester, I never saw him again. So that happened about 3 years ago, and now I'm in a happy 2.5-year relationship. I'll attach pictures. I don't know what happened to Stuart life-wise, but I'm sure he's probably in a good place in his life, and I wish him all the best. Thanks for reading, and keep on being the creative and blessed you. Well, thank you so much. Here, I'm going to put the chat on the screen so y'all could say what y'all think. Right, not he's giving you the death stare in class. Look. I seen somebody in the chat talking about soul ties ain't real, though. Look, I don't know about all that. But everybody got stripes. Everybody got somebody they wish they wouldn't have done. Or, shoot, even somebody they probably wish they would have. You know, the opportunity was there and you didn't. It's everybody, you know. But Mr. Stewart's definitely a stripe. He definitely a L. Nobody don't want a Mr. Stewart. But you and your current man look cool. Oh, okay. I never imagined you dating a white man. I don't know why. I just always envision you dating another girl. I don't know. You know how some pan people, you could just look at them and tell like which way they're leaning type thing? I would have never thought that. You look so pretty in this picture, by the way. I think I have this shirt. Let me find out. We're 20. Let me find out. But yes, I appreciate you so much. The person that sent in the story, I know you want to be anonymous, but like I really appreciate you. You have supported me for so long. And I'm glad that you're in a happy, healthy space. You're no longer in them trenches with them roaches, Mr. Stewart. Yes, what's up? I see you in the chat. Yes. Hey girl. But yeah, Mr. Stewart was definitely out of pocket, but I'm glad that it didn't go as bad as it could have. Cause you know, sometimes these men be unhinged. They don't take rejection very well, you know? So I'm glad that it wasn't anything crazy. Let's see, what do you guys got to say? It said this is why they call you an influencer, because you have influenced me to do these twists. Look, this is what is really going on underneath these wigs. I'm not even about to lie to you. And then I just put a scrunchie and tied it 3 times so it looks like I got more hair than what's going on. That's what you do, girl. Yeah, don't be afraid to like wear your natural hair for real without adding shit into it. Like I've like tried to force myself to embrace it. It's very, I don't know, as I gotten older. But yeah, Stuart did keep it very cordial. He kept it cute because honestly, you know, he was crying in the car, right? You know, he was really upset about that. Like, poor little Stu. Boy, little Stu. Right, D. Women do get, I almost said unalived. I be making way too many TikTok videos. Yes, women do get into pretty sticky situations. And then from what it sounds like, he's a med student. Ooh, he could have good psycho. Them boys be a little off, but they got the most bread though. They do be a little off. But yeah, I don't know, y'all. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below about that story. Have you guys ever been in a position like that? I really want to hear from my ladies though, because I feel like men usually they do have an experience like that, you know, like all the guys I've ever talked to, it's usually like they're losing it together type of thing, or like, you know, or unfortunately it'll be an older woman that ain't had no business doing what she was doing. But yeah, it's not that common for us ladies to be in that situation. So let me know in the comments what y'all think. Okay, but let's get into this next story called Unexpectedly Cut Off. Okay, let me see. Do you put your real? Yup, you be putting, y'all stop putting y'all real name on here. Talking about you can call me this, and I'm like, friend, that's your real name. Oh my gosh, dude. I cannot with y'all. Okay, so hey sis, hey tribe. This is my first time sending something in. I've wanted to for a while, and I def have many stories to tell, but today I am going to talk about a situationship that I had just ended today, actually. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. So I'm 24, and the guy here can be called Ron. He is 22. I met Ron sometime around mid-May, and he pulled up next to me when I was in my car at a car wash and asked me if I had some change. The fact he met you begging is wild. I just imagine Squidward spare change. Oh my God, I just dropped my phone. Begging? How much? She said some change, not even $1. My dog said, I need some change. Girl, it must have been real good because you look. He must have been looking like the handsome felon, the model, because there ain't no way he started off so strong. Oh my gosh. She said, boy, there is a whole change machine, which I told him because I don't have any change. So he was trying to get change for like $1, but I don't give a damn. Do not come up to me asking me for no damn change. Oh my God, why? So, of course, we exchanged Snapchats. Red flag number 2. Ladies and ladies and gentlemen, please invest if you are single and in the dating scene and you value your privacy, but you also value your safety because you date. I'm not trying to make this that type of live, but let's just keep it a buck here. Invest in a Google Voice number. It's free and you can connect it to your phone. So if somebody wants to be a fucking creep and call you and say, oh, let's see if this is your real number, it will actually go through to your phone. It has its own voicemail box set up. No sponsor. I'm just putting y'all on game. I use it when I do call-ins for my podcast when I don't want people having like my real phone number and stuff. So yeah, invest in the Google Voice because Snapchat is for sluts. And I'm talking about guy sluts, okay? Snapchat is for man whores, okay? I don't care. And people have been arguing me down about this every time I bring this up about Snapchat. My fiance does not have a Snapchat, bro. Like, there is nothing for a not single person to do on there, bro. Like, if you are above the age of 21 and you have a Snapchat, you're buying pics. I guarantee you your friends list is full of OnlyFans, Tinder, like it's literal, bruh. I can't tell you how many true crime investigate. Oh, he was on Snapchat, macking up bitches. Like, bruh, nothing good ever comes from Snapchat, ever. And that's what they exchange. Snapchat. We had a convo once on there, I think, and he just didn't respond. So fast forward to the beginning of July, I wanted to go out one weekend, and I was going to find someone to go with me. I don't have any friends where I live, so I had to look through my Snapchat roster, and I think Ron snapped me first to see what I was doing, and it was just perfect timings, okay? Oh, and another reason, thank you for that, Anthony. I forgot to say, that is another reason why people have Snapchat, but why I say the age cutoff is 21, because some people do have Snapchat just for their memories. I have a Snapchat account I do not use or anything, but I just know that if I wanted certain pictures, I could log in and get them. But yeah, I do have childhood friends and stuff like that on my Snapchat, but I also follow them other places, you know? So it's like, yeah, right? So I told him I wanted to go out, and we did. He pulled up and took me out to eat. We had some drinks and went to this bar arcade and played some games. That's what's up. It was really fun and cute. I forgot to mention something though. Before we left, he came up and we did do a little smoky. And he was basically telling me about his crazy ex who tried to hit him with a car. And that he just stopped messing with her not too long ago. Well, baby, I don't need no problems from... I'd be like, okay, well, does she know that you're no longer her boyfriend? Is she aware? Because I don't need no fucking problems. Like, that shit is so tired. Wow. So anyway, the date was nice, minus that factor. I didn't know that would come out of it. I just wanted to have a good time. I'll try to cut to the chase a little so this won't be too long, but yeah, we did hook up and it was great. I wowed him, that's all I'm gonna say, and he slept over. Oh Lord. But ever since that day, we have been seeing each other. He's been taking me on dates a lot, like every week, just about. Okay. All right. It went from spare change to I got the tab. All right. Okay. Right. The story going from spare coochie to spare change. Okay. So he will call me on my work breaks, sometimes drive late as fuck at 3 a.m. to come see me when I got off of work. Like, I'm telling y'all, we were basically in a relationship. But rule number 1, y'all, you got to establish what you are, because if you don't, then you're like basically in a relationship and not. It's like a test run. They get everything without the title and no consequence. No, like, as soon as you want to say your grievances, now all of a sudden y'all ain't together. Like, it's just not a good spot to be in. They said they even dropped the shroomies together. Oh, Lord. She said we really bonded. I felt like we genuinely had a good time together. Like, I would have him crying, laughing. He was talking to me about credit. Like, I don't know. It just seemed like he was really into me. Girl, we were talking about credit. I thought it was real. So it's almost been 2 months. And you know, at the 1 month mark, I'm going to expect problems to arise because that's when they usually start. So today is Sunday. The last time I saw him was Wednesday or Tuesday. So Friday night, I called him a little tipsy, wanting him to come to my city. And this is how the call went. It was breaking up a little bit at first, but he walked from one spot to another. Then he basically said he would come Saturday, not tonight. Then he was like, all right, I'll let you know when I come down there. So I'm like, something. And he said it twice. And I'm like, why are you trying to get me off the phone? We can't talk. Girl, you was drunk. He gonna say he was watching a movie. I said, all right, and just hung up because I felt weird vibes and I don't have time to play. Girl, the vibes were alcohol. I felt like he was with a bitch. This is crazy. Oh my gosh. Unless he was watching a movie with his cousin, because that's who he stays with there. Just not making sense. Okay, then Saturday we were texting and he says he won't be, that we won't be talking as much because he's starting a new job Monday and blah, blah, blah. And he doesn't want me to think that he's ignoring me. He did not come to my city that Saturday either. So now it's Sunday. I called him. He didn't answer. Okay, I didn't get to I don't know where he messed up yet, but you know how when people have that saying, like, when you go looking for stuff, you're going to find it. This is that instance. I don't like when people apply that when they talk about going through phones and stuff like that. But this is one of those instances. You literally sat here and made cut the music. You made the cognitive decision that, it's been about a month. I'm about to start some shit. I'm about to start something. Yeah, I'm going to start something. I'm going to get drunk. And then I'm going to like blow dude up because he hasn't talked to me for 2 days. Bro, let it go, baby. Let it go. Let it go. Now it's Sunday and I'm calling him. I asked him what he's doing today and he said he was coming here to get the rest of his stuff from his mom's and they're going to have little U-Haul and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, so you fully moving there now? And I asked him if that text was him sugarcoating, trying to cut me off. And he just denied. So he got aggravated a little for me asking, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna see you today. And he said he's gonna be busy running around, but I could ride along with him. And I said, cool. Said, hit me up when you get here. So he FaceTimes me a few hours later. He says I was right and apologizes for lying and admits it's childish. Girl, I don't even think he knows what's going on. I don't even know what's going on. Spare change. Spare change, man. In my Squidward voice. He said I did it. He don't even know what he did. I don't know what he did. I'm like, I knew it. I knew I'm not stupid. He didn't really say much. He said we can come to an understanding. I'm like, what do you mean? What is there to understand if you don't want to see me anymore? And he's going to tell me to be smooth. And I hung up. I then had to text him, why did we do that? I don't know. I was just so hurt. And that's what I said. I just want you to know you hurt me, and that's all I got to say. You don't got to reply. Guys, this man just sent me $100. She said, you think that's going to fix it? Sprinkle, sprinkle. I added the sprinkle, sprinkle, y'all. I'm sorry. He said, you think that's going to fix it? Ooh, $100. Sir. I then had to send him a voice message, and I basically said, I'm going to keep the 100 because I'm in a tough spot. Girl, I wouldn't even explain shit. I would have just kept the 100. Oh, my gosh. Oh, and you don't got to explain this. Girl, you're good. She over here talking about, girl, I need it for real because I got this going. Girl, you don't got to explain nothing. That man can give you $500. Like, what? No, for real. Like, I'll be... Thank you. Thank you so much. So, oh my gosh. I never wanted anything from him, and just saying how much I really liked him, and it's messed up. I told him I'm gonna send him the 100 back too. Girl, why? Keep it. You can keep the 100 and tell him you can't pay me off while you're riding to the bank. Anyway, she says she gonna let her pride step in front of that blessing. Damn, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. And that was it. Guys, I'm so confused. We were really close and did so much together and really had a great time. I'm thinking he either has a bitch in the city he's in, or he's scared of how deep things are getting because he didn't want anything serious, so he wanted to end it there. That's my analysis. The money thing threw me off because I didn't understand how it makes it harder to try to figure out the reason. So that is the question. Why did he cut me off? And girl, you done called this man like 3 different names in the story, so I just haven't been saying his name. I wouldn't say it's because his new job, because when we first started dating, he had a job there, he just left. When we first started dating, he had a job there that he just left. So wouldn't that mean that he needs a new job? Am I tripping? Is that not... When we first started dating, he had a job there. He just left it. That means he's unemployed, correct? So why would it not make sense that he's leaving the city to get for a new job? And then it seems like he already has an apartment set up. I don't know. I think it's really hard to get a female or a woman companion in a new space that you don't even know yourself. Like, you haven't even moved in yet. You don't even, like, you haven't even went to the grocery store. You don't even know where your grocery store at. And that's another thing Charlotte mentioned. He has no income. I mean, Tantris mentioned he has no income. The mom, doesn't he say his mom is helping him too? I feel like, and I can't believe y'all got me over here fucking taking up for this man, but I feel like you kind of pushed him into a corner to just admit, like, you know what? Yeah, you're annoying as fuck, and I really don't want to talk to you. Fine. Is that what you want? That's what you want to hear? Because you've successfully brought me there. I do not want to fuck with you. And yeah, I should have said that shit on the phone, but I choked. Because it seems like he had a lot going on and he was trying to juggle you along with like his real world problems, like your job and moving and shit. Like, man, spare change dude done leveled up. You know, he's trying here, but it is really hard to start a relationship and move at the same time. You know, like, especially if you yourself are not contributing to the move. Not to make it about me, but when I met Daniel, I was in the process of moving also, and he helped me a lot with the move. Like, but if he wasn't about to help me with that, I was not about to be hanging out with him. My own freaking roommate at the time didn't fuck with me because I wasn't all up her ass because I was out here trying to handle business. You get what I'm saying? Like, and she wasn't trying to help me handle business. And at the time, like, you get what I'm saying? So I don't know. I could see different sides of this, but I really think that just too much was going on at once. But here, she has some updates. So, update. I tried to text him to say I wanted to talk a little more at some point because I was so confused and I wanted some closure. It didn't go through, so I had my best... Ooh, it didn't go through. He said Blockiana. So I had my best friend text his phone to see if it delivered, and it did. Yeah, look. Damn. I called him off a text now, and he answered. Girl, you are crazy. I love it. And I asked him why he blocked me, and he just acted confused. Like, this wasn't abrupt, and it shouldn't matter or bother me so much. In the end, he did unblock me. We didn't talk. Oh my God, girl, why is you acting so unhinged? Oh my God, this is giving me secondhand embarrassment. So you literally I want y'all to imagine this. You literally called him and said, why am I unblocked from a text-free number after your best friend, a third number, hit him up? I know why. You're a little coming on too strong. That's what it is. That's why he cut you off. You're coming off way too strong. You're coming off way too strong. You mean to tell me you just called him to say unblock me and then y'all didn't talk about anything? Oh, wow. Around the weekend, he posted something that kind of indicated someone passed away, and he didn't really say much. He called me later that night, and we talked, and he apologized to me and says that he loves me. Something's off. Something is off here, and I cannot put my finger on it. It's like you are overbearing. You're very overbearing, but he's hiding something. He's hiding something. And it's really interesting that you said that you guys took psychedelics together, and I'm gonna need you to think, like, did you see his mask slip off? Like, did you notice something different? Did you see a color of an aura? Like, something's missing on his part. Like, something's off here. Talking about he loves you. Weren't you just blocked? You don't block the people you love. Something's up. Something's up. I think he might be scared too, but like, something's weird. I don't know. And she said it wasn't like in love. It was just more like, man, you know, I love you and I appreciate you. I don't know. We didn't touch on everything that had happened because he had people around at the time. Since he wanted to see me and I wanted to go to the beach the next day, he just picked me up and we went together, and it was a great vibe as usual. That was like 2.5 weeks ago. Now things are back to usual. I mean, I text him a little less now, but we still talk on the phone. And as far as talking when we're apart, he was just there last weekend. I'm kind of scared to bring it up. I'm honestly just enjoying the vibe we have together. We're lovers and friends, head ass. I don't know about that, but I know about the head ass part. I'm going to just ask the question because somebody did in the chat. It was like, I feel like you left something out. Are you sleeping with him every time y'all hang out? Because I'm getting that a vibe like y'all aren't, this isn't friendly. Friends actually like texting and FaceTiming each other. Like, this is not friendly. is giving, even the fact that he had that serious phone conversation with you while you got like bros in the back and shit. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's gotten a little too much. I feel like he probably wanted to start this off as something like fun and shit, and he didn't expect you to be as like overbearing emotionally as you are. Because it's not like you're the type to be, let me find out you're a Capricorn. Because it's not like you're the type to be like, oh my God, I need you, blah, 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 blah. But you'll keep tabs on a motherfucker. Like, you'll be like, hey, why aren't you worried about me? Like, you get, I don't know. Because you're not like gushy overbearing. You're just very, you have needs. We all have needs, right? And he can't seem to meet them for you. But you're obviously doing something right for him, because this would scare the average person. So you're doing something. So that's why I was like, are y'all still hooking up? Look. She said, update after update. Here's the last update. We do not see each other as much, but it's because of how much we both work. I see him almost every weekend. I have no idea what it was all about. Why the ghosting? What the ghosting was all about. Okay, I'm gonna put the chat on the screen because that's it. But I got some advice for you. I'm going to need you to rip the Band-Aid off. I know you don't want to do it because you like him so much, but you gotta rip the Band-Aid off. You are gonna have to have that phone conversation that you've been dreading having, and that is, what are we? What is our title? Are you my boyfriend? Am I your girlfriend? Once you have that talk, it's really hard to make this person like a fantasy in your head of like what you want them to be, because now they're telling you straight up what it is. You need to have that talk, because I feel like when you have that talk, it'll be like an eye opener to you. Like, oh damn, yeah, he talked to me about credit, which I'm sorry, sis, but like every man in 2023 will love to talk to you about fucking credit. It doesn't mean that I'm his girlfriend or he sees something serious or this is going anywhere. Like, you're wasting your time. That's all I'm saying. If you don't have that conversation, it just looks like you're wasting your youth on this dude who just wants you sometimes, because you see him every other weekend. Girl, that's more than I see some of my friends in the month, like, that I don't sleep with, like, that I know where we're at and that I am secure in their relationship. Like, you giving him way too much of your time. Like, man, look, this is crazy. And no, you guys are saying that it just ended. So this is how it works. This is how it works. And I know y'all know this because you're human beings also. You think it ended, but it's not over. She sent this in 1 month. Let's just say that, because I cherry picked this from a long time ago. She wrote this in 1 month, talking about she ended it today as she's writing in. Then she hit me up a month after that and was like, yeah, so it wasn't over because I needed some closure. So I had my bestie text him from a number, and then I text him from a number. Then she hit me up the month after that and was like, well, I see him almost every weekend now. What are y'all? Are you guys a couple? What are you guys? Like, you gotta have that conversation. Like, you are wasting your time. You're wasting your time. Because the whole lovers and friends thing, it's possible. But usually that involves you knowing their friend group. Like, those people do you know any of his friends? Have you met? And then, so you said you met in May. Yeah, girl. And then you only knew him for like 5 months. Like, come on now. Get this dude out of here. Get him out of here. Get spare change out of here this instant, Mr. Spare Change. What y'all got to say? Sapphire says she don't need to ask that. She got her answer. No, but I know, but there are some people who you need to get like rejection. Like, you need clear cut, black, white rejection so that it could process. Because what happens is when you are in infatuation, you start having an idea of somebody, and then that's not really them. And then the real them is going to speak up and say, no, this is me. This is the real me. And this is what I got to say. And we're not together. Trust. Women don't get rejected that often. And when we do, it does something chemically to us, bitch. Like, that's why I'm like, this dude needs to say to her, we are not together. And it'll be like, but I'm a bad bitch. Oh, hell no. Bye then. I'm going to go and get me, like, bro, what? Yes, I want him to give it to her straight, no chaser, because my girl is like, and I want her to force him to do it because, like, my girl lost in the sauce. She is lost in the sauce, y'all. But yeah, oh my gosh. No, for real, blocked you and all. Like, something's not right. And for all you know, he's just keeping you around because you won't leave. He's like, oh, bro, I got this girl. She ain't going nowhere. Like, don't be that. Don't be that. Like, don't. And then also about the shroom thing, please go and look up other manipulative males that have given women specifically certain substances and what it does to us. Yeah, I'm not gonna say too much. Who was that the famous guy? Manson? He did that with the health. Yeah. It's not uncommon. A lot of girls in that type of scene. I feel like now, because it's becoming more mainstream, like on TikTok and YouTube, like, black people taking these mushroom chocolates, the chocolate bars and stuff, like, that stuff you can get manipulated in that state. It's very simple. It's very, very simple. To someone who's not on it, it's very simple to manipulate somebody in that state for them to believe, like, certain things are God. Like, so just because you vibe with, like, girl, be careful. And let me know. I really want to know, like, when you did do that, did you see something where it's like, were there weird vibes? Like, because it's real interesting that after that, all of a sudden, y'all not seeing each other no more. Like, something, I don't know. What do y'all think? But I'm going to get into this next story. That's a little long. And it's called I'm Looking to Vent and for a Little Advice. So, yeah, we could do that. Alrighty. Y'all said y'all want to talk more about the teriyaki mushrooms. Look. Be safe. So, hey, Naja, I wanted to say first, I love your channel and your podcast segments with Daniel. Thank you so much. You guys be keeping me up to date, and I've been watching you on and off for some years, especially in my zodiac era. Hey, shout out to all the Taurus, the Aries, and the Geminis. It's spring. But yeah, let's get into it. I'm 19. I'm a Taurus. Shout out to all the Taurus again. Ooh, excuse me. I took too much of a big gulp of water. Damn. My upbringing wasn't the best. I'm from the west side of Chicago. Shout out to Chicago. And I'm a black little girl in the hood trying to make sense of all the violence and BS that I saw. I was also bullied a lot. I'm sorry to hear about that. But that stopped once I started beating bitches. When I tell you the home life wasn't the best, but compared to friends around me, it wasn't the worst. So my mom, who I personally believe suffers from some type of illness, put me and my sister through hell. And don't forget to add in a deadbeat, alky, and drug addict dad who has been in and out of jail most of my life. Damn. I do remember moving a lot, which I hated, and I remember the abuse. When I was 16, me and my mom had already been in our first fist fight. Damn. And she lied to the whole family, telling them I was the aggressor. Now, that is a whole different type of mother-daughter wound when you actually, like, get to scrapping, dude. Like, I feel like society normalizes the father and son fighting more, of, like, the overtaking of power and, like, oh, my son could beat me up now. I gotta chill. Nobody ever talks about that mother wound of the usually the eldest daughter and the mother. That's crazy. So, blah, blah, blah. She's basically saying that, you know, it was just a lot led up to the incident in itself. She tried to run away from it, but the mom was pulling her hair and beating her. And so, yeah, she just let go. I feel so bad for you, man. Like, that's messed up. More things happened after, but that's just a glimpse of our history. She would often tell my business to the family so people could look down on me. I was also a black sheep, so it didn't help with my family image, but not gonna lie, I know there are moments when I wasn't the best child. Well, don't beat yourself up. I know you're 19, so like, how I like to view it anyway is how many years of adulthood you have versus how many years of a kid. So you are a 1-year-old adult, okay? And I want you to know that there are no such thing as bad kids. Like, that feeling and stuff will follow you. There is no bad kid. You did not ask to be here. The way you act is circumstantial based off your nurture, your nature. It has nothing, it's not good or bad. If anything, one of your parents should have been correcting, which they were not. They were, like you said, in jail, or you choosing substances over you. You were not a bad kid. Nobody was watching you. How would you know what's right from wrong when you don't have an example? You know, you were not a bad kid. And it just makes me sad to hear you say that. Like, I wasn't the best child. Like, talking about sneaking out, seeing boys. Here, I'll go through each example. Sneaking out. Why were your parents not checking to see if you were in bed at night? That's not your fault. Seeing boys. That's natural for young girls to be interested in the opposite sex or just other teens in general. That's your parents' job to teach you about, you know, these feelings and stuff like that. Let's see. White lies. What kid doesn't freaking lie? What adult does not lie? Adults lie all the fucking time and like to act like they don't. And where do kids learn lying from? Lying ass adults. Smoking. Smoking is inherited. All right. My mom smoked cigarettes. There was a big possibility I was going to end up a smoker. I smoked. When I have kids, there's a possibility they're going to smoke because now you got 2 generations of the womb smoking. Like, that's not your fault. Like, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. That's all I want you to know. There are going to be things in your life that are your fault, but the things that you did as a child ain't your fault. It's not your fault. You didn't, like, shoot, even if you were like a little demon baby and you killed another kid, that's still not your fault because your parents obviously were not there watching you, for one, because you killed another kid, but also psychologically, your mother probably ain't hold you. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's not, there's adults to blame. That's all I'm saying. There are adults to blame here. Sorry, I went on a little tangent, but yeah. When I was in the 8th grade, we moved to a mostly white area, which was a huge culture shock in bad and good ways. School was up and down for me. I found weed, which really made me not care anymore about impressing people like my mom and finding what I like to do. I never really wanted to go to college, and I never really liked school, but I'm not dumb. I'm very intelligent, and I love to have deep and honest talks, especially about mental health, global economics, and girl, you already know, capitalism has everyone looking stuck. It's stupid. Y'all are so cute. I believe I have undiagnosed ADHD, which make a lot of sense. I end up doing a year of college, which I hated due to fake friendships and other BS, and me not really wanting to be there in the first place. But I thought it would be my only way out because that's what worked for my older sister. Damn. So now I live with my 22-year-old boyfriend. 22. Was this a 3-year? Does I'm not gonna judge. Let me read. So I live with him in another state, 2 hours from where I grew up, and I'm happy most days. I met him, we hit it off a second time, and been together for like 9 months. I know it's kind of fast, but I wouldn't be here if I didn't want to be, and he treats me like a princess. Ooh, we're not the richest, but we happy and enjoy each other's company. Girl, that is a big change. That is scary change. You're very brave. I don't know how you did that. My family doesn't like this decision, and it's kind of like they're waiting for this phase to pass. Girl, I'm sorry, but 22, like how this man got a teenager in his house. Remember I said the 1-year-old adult thing? Yeah, he's a 3-year-old adult. Look at a 3-year-old, a toddler, and look at a baby. Okay? Yeah. It's just weird to me because I know he buys like alcohol and stuff and she's there. I don't know. My gosh. Anyway, my family doesn't like it. It's kind of like they're waiting for the phase to pass. I wasn't working when I first got with him, and they were down my neck telling me I need a job. I would have been like, bro, you don't pay bills here. Get out my face. I low-key want to try scripting. I told my sister this in privacy and out of confidence, hoping she'd say nothing. But she told everyone. And they were begging me not to. Even my deadbeat daddy. My boyfriend is helping me. Okay, fuck it. I'm going to just say it. You are 19 years old living with a 22-year-old man, and you're going to have to strip? Not you want to. You're going to have to? Y'all, some of y'all in the chat are saying that there's a maturity thing, okay? And you're like, oh, well, women mature faster. So if she's 19 and he's 22, it's not that bad. Here's my thing. And like I said with the last thing about being realistic. And my mom said this to me when I was in high school, and I just thought she was being mean when I told her I had a boyfriend in high school. And she was like, no, you don't. What can he do for you? Does he have a job? Does he have a car? Can he drive you anywhere? Like, can he buy you some popcorn, bit? Like, at the end of the day, what are we? What are we doing? I don't know about y'all, but I'm not trying to take care of no man. Not in that way. I'm not trying to be in survival mode when I'm in a partnership. I don't know. I don't know if maybe it's like social media that's making certain jobs seem easy or what. Or if she has really exhausted all her options and was like, I'm about to strip. This is a 22-year-old man. Like, her as a 19-year-old, she can't get certain jobs because she is still a teenager. Like, shit, in the state of Florida, she can't even strip. You have to be 21 to strip in the state of Florida and have a stripping license. Like, yo, he can get more jobs just for being 22 than she can. The fact that I just feel so fucking bad, bro. I just feel, because if he is so, it's just like an excuse for the man when you're like, oh, women are more mature, so like he's mentally 19 also, and it's like, you're not. You're choosing to just this is a lot. This is a lot. I don't know, man. If all you gotta worry about is what's it called, scrapping with your mama, bro, you don't got no other family you can live with in Chi-Town. Cause I'm like, what the hell? Shout out to Sienna for the donation. Thanks so much. They said, let me just say this. Stripping is a lot more complex than a lot of people assume. I know a few. You got to have a whole different kind of dog in you. That's what I'm saying. And honestly, go into the club and tell the girls that you in here dancing to support you and your man. Like, they're like, girl, he got you knocked up. Y'all got kids or something? And you're like, no. What? Or maybe what's going on, let me just, be the devil's advocate here. Maybe what's going on, because I had this problem myself. Your guy is providing, he's paying the bills and stuff, but because your family has conditioned you that you have to pull your weight, you're not used to submitting in that way, and you feel like you need to do something. Don't get me wrong. I feel like regardless, even if you're married, as a woman, you should always have your own separate income. It's just the fact that, like Sienna said, you went to the extreme of sex work. That is not easy work. It's not easy. It's not easy. And then the younger you put out, the older the news you are in this type of OnlyFans self-promotion environment. Like, it's not easy. So that's why I'm like, maybe you just feel the pressure to work when you don't really need to work. Is that maybe what's going on? Because I'm like, it's either one or two. You're getting pressured to work when you really don't need to, and you could just chill for real and like work through your mental stuff and your child and all, or yo dude ain't, I don't know. My boyfriend is helping me to be better and pushing me, and unfortunately I've been in really bad relationships because I've never had healthy ones ever in my life. It honestly bothers me when some people talk to me about it because they definitely didn't show me how a man is supposed to treat you. I've had to find out the hard way. Sorry to hear that too. I ended up getting a job down here. It's okay, but I'm not crazy about it. Also, don't get me wrong. This is not my first job, and I used to have to work at a few places, and I've even had 2 jobs at once, but I still even remember getting judged when I was doing that. So I feel at this point, no matter what I do, my family's going to talk their shit. Friend, what's the point of moving 2 hours away if you're still going to, care about their opinion? If they're not paying your bills for you, they can't have any say. Period. Are they paying for the phone that they're fucking harassing you on? Because maybe we need to change that. Because this is not cool. They're dictating a little bit too much of your life. A little too much. She said, I still want to try stripping. I'm not going to lie. I am nervous though. And if I don't like it, I know I won't continue, but it's just fast money. And I've been thinking about taking some courses for beauty school, getting a car, and etc. Oh my God. Oh my God, I feel so bad because please raise your hand if you were the fucking teenager living with their freaking boyfriend, dreaming about going to freaking community college or beauty school. Like, oh my God, I just want to save all of you. I just want to ride on my pink cape and fly through the window and scoop you up in my arms. Like, why does this have to be a step in all of our struggle stories, man? I just want the best for you. I want you out of here. I want you. I'm not saying your boyfriend's a bad dude or anything. It's just you're 22. What the fuck do you want with an unemployed 19-year-old whose parents are in that situation, overbearing, still treating her like a child because she's a 1-year-old adult, regardless of the trauma and stuff, I just feel so bad. In a perfect world, I would just want you, maybe even go to and I hate saying this to people, but this is the tea, hitting up good old Uncle Sam and get you some benefits so you could be dependent on yourself, because it's this is way too much. This is way too much. A part of me is scared. I see on the chat saying to cut them off, but a part of me is scared because she's so young and she's living out of state with a man. You never want to isolate yourself like that. Like, a part of me is scared to be like, cut them off, but you definitely need to establish a boundary. And like, if that is their phone, get on a new one, because nah. But here, let me get, she still talking about scripting, girl. As long as I don't get distracted, I'll be fine. I don't want to be in the club for more than 2 to 3 years. I got an exit plan. Oh, girl, you've been watching P-Valley. Like, this is real life, friend. Oh, my gosh. I'm young, so there's no need to rush. But the way the world is, with war, possibly nuclear threats, and more deaths and restricting women, I feel I should live my life. My boyfriend said he's cool with it, but we will see. Girl. Girl. I wanted him to be like, babe, you don't have to do that. Like, I mean, if you want to like express yourself, we could do like webcamming or something. It's safer. So like, you don't have to, men won't be at your car. Like, if you just want to express yourself, but you don't got to do that. Like, I really wanted that for you. And this nigga said, sure, run it up. Pay the light bill with that biscuit. Like, oh my gosh. My boyfriend said he cool with it. I've called clubs asking about auditions, and all that's left to do is just do it. Like Diamond said, you make the money. Don't let the money make you. Girl. Like, I even bought a pole. I've been practicing. Girl, where you get the money to buy the pole? If you could buy the pole, you don't need the strip. Like, what? I feel like I went through a lot in life, and in many ways it opened me up to bad and good things while also forcing me to grow up. I tried to seek out therapy before, but I couldn't for other reasons, but I do think I should be in someone's chair. It's probably because of insurance reasons, because your parents are how they are. I never thought I would say this to somebody, especially the state of our country right now, but girl, you might need to hit up Uncle Sam, because you might just need to go on and see if you can get into the military, because girl, it's literally, I get now why people be like, would you rather have a military son or an OF daughter? Because it's like, that is literally the end of the road where people stop being creative and they're just like, oh, well, this is what's going to get me some bread, like guarantee anyway. Girl, you from Chirac. You will be fine. You need to go on out there. You'll get free benefits. You can go to school for free. You can get your medical for free. Shit, you want to sell your body? They be sell, bruh. Y'all talking about no, Naja, no. Look, bro. That's the only way out the hood is school or the military. And unfortunately, in America, you have to be like an elite academic. They don't really care about the arts or anything. You have to be an academic, like science, med. Look, because you could still you said, I don't even like school. Well, then how are you going to go to beauty school? You know, beauty school has tests and stuff like written work, right? Like, girl, I just want your unbiased view and look as you being a big sis. I know you might feel I'm too young to strip. I'll be 20 soon, and I want to live comfortably, knowing that stripping isn't a career, it's a stepping stone. This was just me venting. Some things were left out, but it'd be way too long. What do you think in regards to the stripping? Here, I'll put the chat on the screen. Look, y'all talking about hit up Uncle Sam. Y'all said be a bottle girl. That's true. I mean, you could be a little bottle girl, or you could just be like a hostess at a club, so you could at least get the vibe of what it's really going to be like. Like, bruh, I'm telling you, when I was your age, I went and I worked at a hookah lounge, and I was having like, I didn't know what they were at the time, but I was having anxiety attacks going to bed, and I would hear like club music in my ear, like constantly being by speakers, constantly being around alcohol. That's another thing. You said that you have alcoholism in your family. Stripping and sex work is just a for sure stride right to the bar. Because it's a disgusting environment, not because of the girls, but because of the guys that come in. Like, they want to touch on you. You have to put on this act. You got to put on a new face to interact with them. You need a little liquid courage. And you said you saw Players Club. what they didn't show in Players Club was the girls. Sometimes girls be getting drunk. Like, they will get drunk. Like, the strippers that I knew back when I was young, hanging out with, you know, any type of everybody. Shout out to all my strippers, by the way. Shout out to all my sex workers, by the way. Look, they used to be drinking. I'm talking, it's 3 a.m, you drunken. Like, work is over now. Why do you still need to drink? Like, well, let's see. Y'all said stripping's a no. They said you could just do the restaurants. That's what I'm saying. You can make really good money at restaurants too. And now some of these restaurants, you could dress like a stripper. It's so funny how in America people are like, oh my God, ew, don't have drag queens read books to kids. But then you got restaurants like Hooters and Twin Peaks and Tilted Kilt where they have kids menus. And you got bitches with garters and titties pushed up to their chin serving nuggets. Like, what the fuck? Oh my gosh. Shout out to Nalani. Shout out to my girl. They said do Hooters or a bottle girl, my love. Start off slow. Stripping is not easy. Those slow days will kill you. Thank you, too, because, like, bro, you think they're going to give your spring chicken ass a slot on a Friday or a Saturday? You're bugging. You're going to be up in that bitch on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday at 6 p.m. I didn't even think about that. Thanks for the donation, by the way. I didn't even think about that. Here, let me see. I want to see somebody who's, like, the anti-military option, because I saw some. I want to make sure I'm reading everybody's stuff. She's not 21, though, so she can't be a bottle girl. That's not true everywhere. You could serve alcohol as long as you're above the age of 18 in some states. I learned that. I thought my manager was having me do some illegal shit, and one of you guys let me know. Like, no, it's legal. It's legal. Being in the military is not worth it if you have mental issues. That's true, but I feel like the military takes a bit more responsibility than like our public school system and being like, okay, yeah, we gonna let you get some medical treatment because we messed you up. We messed you up. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, you don't see nobody else passing out no free therapy in this country, but is that really free? You get what I'm saying? And then like they won't even let you in if you have certain illnesses or certain, like, you might not even know you're colorblind, or you might not even know you have certain, what is, like, there's some stuff that I never even thought of that they're like, oh, you can't be in the military because of this. I'm like, oh, okay. Shout out to Potato Head. What's up? They said no shade. She could have had her cute little scammer moment. I mean, yeah, I mean, you could have had your little moment. I feel like, but like old girl said previously, like, you need to, there's levels to it. You about to go full blown, what's it called? Stripper. Baby stripper, I should say. When it's like, bro, there's levels. You can go be a server or go do girl groups. Take us for the donation. Talk about, no, don't scam nobody, right? No. Look. Don't condone scamming, but yeah, bruh. This was sent to me a minute ago, so I hope you know that you're doing better. But honestly, I can't believe I'm saying this. I cannot believe I'm saying this because y'all know how I feel about age gaps. But it's like, if you're gonna date older, at least date somebody who can like provide for you and take care of you if you're in that spot. Now, I don't mean by that is you should date with the intent of financial whatever. You get what I'm saying? I'm saying if you yourself are currently in a financial pickle, let's not link up, shack up, and hunch up with someone else who is also in a financial pickle. Let's shack up, link up with somebody who has stability, okay? Because, bruh, this man literally said, yeah, you could go ahead and, you can go ahead and do that. You can go ahead and sell the kitty cat and, or not sell the kitty cat, but shake that ass for some change. Like, oh, they said they won't let you in the military if you flat-footed. Now, that's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. That's low-key funny. They said you can't get into the military if you have sickle cell. That's interesting. That's very interesting. I didn't know that. You said your dad's in the military and his brain is scrambled because of hella things that happened in Afghanistan, and they low-key not doing shit for his mental well-being. No, they're really not. I just read a book. What book was that? Damn. I think it's The Emotionally Immature Parent. I really don't think that's it though. I really don't think. I have 2 books by my bed right now that I'm reading, and I'm trying to think. They're both self-help. But one of them showed that PTSD wasn't even a thing until they put these vets together and realized the symptoms of what PTSD was. They would describe PTSD as something else, like a form of depression or like a cluster of different neurological personalities like ADHD and stuff like that. But then they, by looking at all these vets and taking responsibility, I guess in a weird way, they created the labeling of PTSD. And when I was reading up on these vets and their stories and their experiences, like, I was like, damn, yeah, you get messed up. You can get messed up. But the interesting thing is I've never been to war. But like our friend here, I have lived in the projects with needles on the floor and gunshots at night and people skirt in the middle of the night and shit. We already got that shit. You know, and that's why I know some of y'all in the chat, when you heard me say you might need to hit up Uncle Sam, I know like some of y'all are probably like, oh no, F the military, but like sometimes that's all we got, bro. Like sometimes we don't have a fucking choice. We don't got a rich auntie. We don't got a rich white grandma, grandpa. Like we don't got certain things, and certain things are our only fucking way out. Like we already got PTSD, bro. Like put me in, chief. I'm from Chirac. Give me my AK. And give me my freaking benefits. Like, damn. Like, golly. Oh my God, Brianna. Brianna said, I was shot in the military by the time I hit 21. Don't do it. Oh my God. Was it friendly fire or was it like, because I hear that a lot. Like, a lot of the times it be your freaking homies that shoot you in there. Oh, and don't even get me started about being a woman in the military. Like, it's not a thing. Like, trust, nobody wants to do this, but if you must and you're in a shitty predicament, I will never fault somebody in poverty for going to the military. I will never fault, especially a black person. I will never fault you for going to the military to get out of poverty, because that's the real hard truth. But God dang, my dog says she got shot. Oh my Lord. She says they got her ass. Oh my God, girl, I was not expecting that. Talk about, girl, I got shot. They'll go to the military. Oh no, they said you were in Syria and you ducked and others did not. So it was just like a, just spraying. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh girl, thank you for your service. But Jesus, that is intense. They said that's what happens when you give 18-year-olds them. Yeah. That is what happens. Oh my gosh. If any of you guys have any advice for her, please put it in the comments. Please put it in the comments, because I'm pro sex work, but I'm sure any sex worker out there can agree that this isn't something you just do. And the older you are when you decide to do it, the more better it's most likely gonna be, because you got to think old in sex work is my age, like 25, 24, 26, you know, like it's a lot. But yeah, please put some advice in the comments below, like what other options. Our homegirl is in Chirac. Please give her some options, you know, any programs, or like, or if you were in her situation, you know, you came from poverty, what was your way out? I could tell you right now, it's not shacking up with no dude. That's wasting money. And buying stripper poles off Amazon, that is wasting money. But yeah, give her some advice. But that is all I got today for today's Tribe Tea. Thank you guys so much for kicking it with me. And being so vulnerable with me. Like, wow, y'all in the chat, I was not expecting a lot. Y'all really gave me a lot of good input this stream. I really appreciate it. I love seeing all your different perspectives. If you guys want your story sent in, please send it to tribetea@shopvoodoochild.com in the email. I did get some of you guys sent me some entries last month in April, so I really appreciate it. I'll be reading them next week. But yeah, y'all, please send in some more, because I'm literally cherry picking from 2022 right now. I saw somebody resent a Halloween story. I was about to read yours 2 weeks ago, so I got it. If you're watching, I did get your Halloween story. But yeah, that is pretty much it, my friends. If you guys want to stop by tomorrow, I'll be dropping my unpopular opinion video, okay? Don't make fun of my wig in that video. I don't know why, but the freaking lighting was hitting my shit so bad. But I was not about to re-record that video. So yeah, we're just not gonna be anti-black, and we're not gonna look at my lace. Okay. If you guys want to catch me on any other platforms, I will be on TikTok, Instagram, all that jazz. Okay. You can catch me there. And make sure that you guys like the stream on your way out. It helps me out a lot. And a big thanks to everybody that sent me in a story. Again, I really, really appreciate you. And I hope you're doing well. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Peace, 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 peace.